It's 2 a.m. and you are already in tomorrow because in your mind, you're focused on the next meeting, on the next deadline, or maybe you are replaying a difficult conversation that you believed didn't go well. And now you do what most people do, because the problem is you haven't even opened your eyes, but there you are right in the next day. So what you're trying to do now is to push these thoughts away. You try to think of nothing. You try to stop thinking altogether. The harder you push your thoughts away, the stronger your thoughts will simply bounce back. In the middle of the night, the thoughts you're having are never positive. They're always telling you how things will not end up well for you. The one thing that unfortunately nobody teaches you, neither at school nor at work, is that thoughts don't respond to force. The harder you try to push away your thoughts, the harder they will come right back at you. And that's not because something is wrong with you. It's just the nature of how thoughts work. What really shifted for me was the moment I started realizing that I am not my thoughts. Compare yourself to the blue sky that you see outside your window. You are the blue sky, and now clouds appear and clouds also disappear. It's the same with your thoughts. Thoughts appear and thoughts disappear. The sky doesn't need to do anything to manage the clouds. The clouds are not pushed away by the sky. The sky also doesn't call the clouds to appear in its sky. And that's the same with your thoughts. Did you think them consciously, or did they just arrive? It matters because it means that you are not in control of your thoughts, and you are not your thoughts. And now here's where it really gets interesting, because this is not just a problem that arrives at 2 a.m. I've seen the same pattern and the same thoughts and the same issues arise with senior leaders that I have been working with for many years. It happens when you're about to have a meeting, and then these thoughts arise that people will judge you. People will see you as incompetent. It's these worries, it's these doubts that you're having about yourself. But if you look closely, then you will realize that it's a story that is playing in your mind. It's not reality. And it's the same kind of realization or the same kind of response that you're trying to have like during the night. You want to push these thoughts away. You want to fight the thoughts that tell you that you're an imposter, because you're telling yourself you're a professional. So why would you even have these thoughts of being an imposter? And notice how this is similar to the middle of the night. It's exactly the same. Now take it a step further. Think of procrastination. Ever procrastinated doing something? Now, the problem very often with procrastination is not the actual project. It's not the task that you're set out to do. But more often, the procrastination comes from the fact that you fear or you worry a future reaction, a future situation, or a future outcome of that project. You maybe worry what will other people think of you once you're done with the project. You are worried about the negative reaction. And see how this is just another story that's playing in your head. It's basically just some thoughts popping up. And once you see that, then you also see that the actual task is so easy to do. You could be done in 5 minutes. Yet you keep pushing it away for hours. And as you procrastinate, that project becomes bigger and bigger. It becomes even more difficult to get started when it should be done yesterday. So here is where to start. The next time you lie awake at 2 a.m. and you try to fight the thoughts, the next time you try to procrastinate and you tell yourself that the reaction is going to be really bad, that you are in fact an imposter, stop identifying with your thoughts and try to put some distance in between your thoughts and yourself. And you couldn't do that as easily as rephrasing the thoughts by telling yourself, this thought causes me to feel anxious. There is a thought that tells me that I'm an imposter. There's a thought that tells me the project is going to end up really badly. And as you're doing that, you're putting a little distance in between you and that thought. Even if it's just a tiny distance, that is everything. That makes all the difference in your day. Because as you're putting that distance in between you and your thought, you realize that these thoughts are almost like something that you can put in your hands, and now you can look at it and you can consciously decide what to do with it. And you don't need to let yourself be driven by this anxiety, by this negativity that so easily comes up. You are not that noise. That noise is simply passing through you. It's passing through you the same way that a cloud is passing the blue sky on any given day. Just look outside. That's what I work on with my clients. I don't do frameworks and I don't do 10 process steps to more efficiency. I do the one thing that will give you happiness or peace of mind. And that's the question of how do you relate to your thinking? How do you relate to the stories that are playing in your mind? Thanks for watching.